Find the ASIS, okay? And so from this position, just go ahead and try to follow me here. We're gonna, and that's a posterior pelvic tilt right there, okay? Anterior pelvic tilt, posterior pelvic tilt, and we're going pretty fast, okay? That's a way to teach it. Let's go ahead and go to quadruped for me.
Okay. Hey, I remember Hunter did this.
Hunter did?
Did you teach that one?
Probably.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Hunter is incredibly intelligent.
Oh, okay. I remember that. Like I forgot about that one.
Go ahead and flip over to quadruped.
Oh. Alright.
All right, so this is the cat camel, and most commonly referred to as cat camel. I've heard it called mad cat or not mad cow. That was a disease. But again, same thing. It's just you're inverting. What's nice about this one though is it allows both pelvic positions to occur without restriction from a table. Right, so boom. I mean that she fell into it, and she kind of. But you see what's the pelvic doing. So go slow down and head up to this position right here. And what that does is you get a total spinal mobilization out of that, right? Because the lumbar lordosis is increased. You get extension through the thoracic spine, and then you also get extension into the cervical spine. And then when you reverse that, the total spinal mobilization is complete because you get flexion, 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 right? Which is what the posterior pelvic tilt should be. So you see the posterior pelvic tilt there, and so we really try to cue that. I'm going to go ahead and feed into that, cue that right there, and then dump in to that.
And it does like go so much farther, like when you're
versus.
This is a really good way to teach it. But a lot of people, what's really tough is when you have an older person who you know would benefit from it, and they can't do quadruped because they don't have the upper body strength. And it's going to blow your mind. You're like, oh, of course they can do it. They can't. They can't. They just have lost that. And so that will really challenge you in how you're going to have to teach that. Another good way of doing it, if they have the balance appropriateness, is put them on a exercise ball, and they just roll out into a anterior pelvic tilt, and then they roll back into a posterior pelvic tilt. And they figure that out from rolling, but they have to have appropriate balance.
We did those with the little babies, but obviously we were holding on to them, but that was easy to see,
You just got to remember that's a dynamic support surface, and so there's some risk involved there. They just have to be appropriate for it. But that helps a lot of times on your older patients. If they don't have balance issues, they just have strength issues. If they have balance and strength issues, you do what you can do.
I think I need to get out of the mindset of there's one way to do it.
Oh, me too.
Because I get so caught up on doing it the exact way, and then I just,
yeah.
And that's